the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hey everybody, welcome to 2K Sports. Well, a few games under our belts now. We get a feel for how this season is going. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Center. Taking a look at the Mavericks, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Avery Bradley, great defender, underwent double shoulder surgery back in 2012, and last season his jump shot got back into form, Shaq.
Yes, I played with him, and I played with Ray Allen when I was in Boston, and him and Ray worked on his jump shot, having a consistent release. He's becoming a great two-way player.
Wow, double shoulder surgery. Anybody ever had triple shoulder surgery?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I think Quasimodo did, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And now, your Dallas Mavericks starting five. Starting at point. At 6'0", number 14, Jameer Nelson. At the center position, 7 feet 1 inch, number 6, Tyson Chandler. Starting at small forward, at 6'9", number 25, Chandler Parsons. At guard, introducing from Lanier High School, number 11, Monte Ellis. A forward from Germany, number 41, Durant. Your head coach is Rick Carlisle.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
You know, their percentage from long range that game was off the charts. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another three-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
So Dallas will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Boston, the forwards Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger, the speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley, and it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Dirk Nowitzki last season back in the All-Star game is 12th in 13 seasons. As he left the knee troubles of 2 seasons ago in the rearview mirror. He's in top form once again.
And Green gets it to go. On defense, Boston. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And you look at the stat sheet from that night, I mean, the turnovers were just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side. That's the only way you're really going to be able to counteract giving the ball to the opponent at your end.
And he gets it to go.
Beautiful cut to the hoop. He's getting anything he wants here already.
Here's Rondo. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
And Parsons kicks to Nelson. Rondo against Ellis. Second shot opportunity. Rondo with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Passes it to Green. Into Sullinger. And he lays it straight in.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Nowitzki, the pass to Ellis. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Chandler lays it up and banks it in. Chandler's got his first points of the night.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now, here's Green. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And he played great at the defensive end of the floor, too, Kevin. He had a couple of important block shots in that game, so good all-around effort.
That's good from Parsons on the assist by Ellis.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Outside Rondo. Sullinger dishes to Rondo. Nelson with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Nelson's got it. The fast break chance. Kicks it out to Parsons. A three-pointer off the mark.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Rondo on top. Guarded by Nelson. Rondo kicks to Olynyk. The turnaround jumper. Count it. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Nelson outside. To the left wing. From about 16. And it's Dallas with another.
A lot of things go into a team being successful. But one key is being efficient offensively. And the Mavericks were one of the more efficient teams in the league because they understood where their best shots came from and usually took those shots.
Here's Green after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. 6 to shoot. Bradley drives in. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
All free throws good from Avery Bradley. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Nelson outside. Nowitzki drives in. Fader on the way. And the basket good. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the night. Guys, you would think as they get older, less shots would fall for them. But for the Mavs, it just hasn't been the case. A top offense last year, as you guys were talking about.
Well, they got older, and they seem to get smarter. They added in a couple of really nice pieces in the backcourt. And as we know, Rick Carlisle, terrific coach, putting his players in a position to succeed. So that was an excellent offense last year.
And he gets it to go. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
You know, it wasn't something the Celtics looked forward to when they had to head out on the road last year, but they were a motivated group in part because so many of their players were playing for contracts next season.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Dirk Nowitzki is second.
He seemed to be locked in from the foul line all last season. Just never got off that roll he was on.
Here's Nelson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Playing for contracts, as you said, guys, with Boston. can be a big motivation, but, Steve, they just couldn't get it done on the road.
Yeah, just 9 wins as the road team. And, you know, when you're a young club like they are, trying to get wins on the road is so difficult. And that's what Brad Stevens and his club had to deal with last year.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Boston trailing. Outside Rondo. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Into Sullinger. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had to have back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's shown a lot of promise.
That free throw good from Sullinger. And Sullinger with a ground-bound game. Even before his back troubles, his game is based on strength and skill.
Yeah, no question. He's got that wide frame, able to carve out space inside. You know, he's a good rebounder. He's got a soft touch. Boston really tried to help him become a three-point shooter as well last year. So he's slowly expanding his game.
He's perfect from the line this time.
You know, when you're a team that's in rebuild mode, it can be really difficult when you have to go out west. And for the Celtics last year, it was not pretty at all.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. Brandon Bass is checked in for Olynyk. Parsons passes to Nelson. Back to Parsons. Out to Nelson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Aminu. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Aminu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
As you said, for Boston, very tough time against the West last year as they won only 4 of their 30 games against the conference.
Pass to Nelson. Back to Ellis. Right with a screen on Rondo. And it's Ellis penetrating. Dallas moving it around. Aminu dishes to Ellis. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Sullinger. Rondo with it. Bass with a screen for Green. Back to Rondo. There's the feed to Green. Outside Bradley. That one wide left. Well, Clark, to add what you said about Boston, 4 wins total and 0. Yes, 0 road wins for the team all year against the West.
Kevin, that says it all. I mean, if you're going to compete in the league, you've got to be able to beat at least one time the teams you face, no matter what conference. So the Celtics have a lot of work to do.
Good.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Here is Nelson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Ellis against Bradley. Nelson kicks to Aminu. Here's Wright. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And these interconference matchups are important, Kevin. You only see the club twice all season, and it feels a little different. You want to go out and really put on a good performance.
Now here's Rondo. And blocked. The second effort. And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter. The slam dunk by Aminu.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, but he pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Felton comes in for Monte Ellis. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Nelson. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Turner comes in for Jeff Green. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Turner. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. And he contributed in a number of ways.
Clock at 4. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Turner's got his first 2 points of the night. Steve was talking about Clark just moments ago about not playing each other often because they're in different conferences. Wouldn't you say that affects the way the game will play out?
Most definitely, Kevin. I mean, when it's an opponent you see so little of, there's always a feeling out process, and I'm sure that'll be the case today for both teams.
So it's the Celtics now, following the score by Dallas. There's the dish to Smart. Back to Turner. Bass with a screen for Turner. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Wright sets a screen for Harris. Outside, Felton. Here's Parsons, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Parsons got 6 points.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bass with a screen for Smart. Bass inside, guarded by Wright. Harris outside. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater!
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, leading by 5. And we'll get going.
Thursday, November 6th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets, a conference battle in the West. You don't want to miss it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
Celtics trail by 5.
Coach Rick Carlisle is really a competitive guy. He's hardworking, brings a razor-sharp intensity to the job. A former NBA player himself, but he's not what you would call a player's coach. At least he doesn't fit that description as we've become accustomed to hearing it applied. He's not buddy-buddy with his guys. He is clearly all business.
Dirk and Chandler up front. Harris is out there with Felton. And it's Aminu in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. And there's Felton. That's good on the assist by Harris. Felton has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Boston shooting an efficient 53% from the field. And Steve, when you played, was that important really to have a coach who really connected with players on the floor, or was it all about business?
No, I think it's important to connect with your players on a personal level. You need to get to know them, and they need to get to know you. There's got to be a healthy amount of trust for the relationships to work.
Outside Turner. Back to Thornton. Clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Devin Harris.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, it's clear Chandler Parsons felt overlooked when the Rockets decided not to match his offer from the Mavericks. He said, quote, "They were going out looking for a third star when I thought they had one right in front of them. I guess that's just how they viewed me as a player. He'll have plenty of time to prove them wrong, gentlemen."
Well, Doris, it's hard to put a ceiling on him. He does have star potential. Kicks to Chandler. And it's Nowitzki at the elbow. Shot, high post. Nice jump shot. Good. Nowitzki's got his third basket of the night.
They're going to have to tighten up defensively, guys, because they're really giving up way too many open looks.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, we've all seen what Tyson Chandler can accomplish when healthy, and that is some kind of force.
Yeah, you know, maybe the best stretch of his career was at the start of the decade, a 2011 title with the Mavericks. 2012, he got a gold medal in London and was the defensive player of the year in the league. And in 2013, an all-star. I mean, that's a pretty strong three-season run.
Thornton with a screen for Rondo. Here's Sullinger. That one's off, still out of sync.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Ellis goes in. Aminu with the bucket. And now a 12-point Dallas lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Thornton passes to Rondo. Sullinger a screen on Nelson. Here's Rondo. The Mavericks pull it in. Ellis has got his third rebound tonight. Thornton against Nelson. Nowitzki with a screen on Thornton. Nelson outside. Pass to Nowitzki. And he converts the layup. Nowitzki's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You wonder when you look back at it, just how significant a win Dirk had when he was able to get his championship ring.
Some changes for Boston. Green comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Avery Bradley in for Marcus Thornton. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He also said that their work on the offensive glass is going to be critical. He believes second chance points will go a long way toward deciding this game. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Freed up, nice work off the pick. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs. Guys, you can tell how much it meant to Nowitzki to win that 2011 title. Validation and winning again, really now his motivation as he continues to play.
Well, he said at this age, for him to keep playing at a high level, it takes tremendous dedication year-round. I mean, he needs to feel that they can contend to keep himself going.
Mavericks leading by 12. Here's Nelson. No good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the first of two straight at home.
You know the fans out in Toronto are really hoping for a win for their Raptors. Well, Rajon Rondo's still in a Celtics uniform, and that didn't seem like a foregone conclusion over the last season. Boston in the midst of a complete rebuild, and Rondo already in the prime of his career, so a lot of discussion about a possible trade.
You know, you look at Rondo and you get the sense that perhaps he covets a chance to lead the Celtics as the team's undisputed franchise player. You know, that's a mantle he's not quite carried in his career. He said he'd love to have another 10 years in Boston.
He's off on the second. And for the Celtics, hard to give up an elite player like Rondo.
Well, Brad Stevens called him their clear-cut best player and the leader of this team. And, Rondo has a chance to put himself in that echelon if he sticks around Boston in terms of being one of the all-time great Celtics.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Over in the corner, Green. Rondo against Nelson. Dishes it to Bradley. He kicks it to Green. Celtics passing it around. Nelson against Rondo. Boston again missing.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backcourt. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Ellis with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Ellis goes in, and he stuffs it in on the jam.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Ellis against Bradley. He feeds it to Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding threes.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Wright comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Parsons subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And the Celtics also making a change. Passes checked in. Both free throws good from Green. And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
Nelson, no luck. Celtics trail by 14. Inside. Here's Bradley. He sinks the 11-footer.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Nelson dishes to Ellis. Chandler a screen. And right, here we go. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got his 5th assist in this one.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Rondo kicks to Green. Into Sullinger. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Jared Sullinger grew up with the game. His father was a demanding high school coach, and the word is that Jared was actually doing footwork drills at the age of 2. Shooting regulation free throws by 3. You see how strong he is, and he's got a great IQ and skill for the game.
And Sullinger's father coaching him to a state title his junior season at Northland High School.
Yeah, Satch, one of the outstanding high school coaches in the state of Ohio, enjoying retirement now. And, you know, the season prior to that, they'd been eliminated from the playoffs after his father, Satch, sat Jared down for failing to turn in a school assignment. Sending Jared a message, no shortcuts, athletically or academically. Message was received.
Absolutely. feeds it to Ellis. Another shot. He lays it in.
Brandon Wright.
Wright's got 6.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
Rondo passes to Sellinger. Elbow shot is on the way. That's good. Sellinger's got 6 points in the quarter.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Rondo against Nelson. In the corner, Parsons with it. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. 9 points for Chandler Parsons.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Up top, Sellinger, guarded by Wright, and the wide open shot from Green. Good on the triple. Green's got 9.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Dallas calls timeout.
You know, after Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston, but while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Chandler. And Devin Harris subbed in for Jameer Nelson. And then for Boston, Wallace comes in for Sellinger. And Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
And Jeff Green, you know, in the 3rd season of a big 4-year contract from the Celtics, they've certainly been big believers in his potential. And I think he's going to pay dividends on that belief.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. When former college coach Brad Stevens came in to coach the Boston Celtics, some worried that he'd have a tough time winning over headstrong point guard Rajon Rondo. But the two hit it off. Rondo said they become best friends, adding, "We talk every day. We laugh and joke. He has my full support. I'm behind him 100%. Kevin?
Rondo keeping an open mind and making himself accountable to Stevens' vision, Doris. Thanks. You look at Jeff Green over his career, the 5th pick back in 2007, played big minutes for the Thunder and the Celtics.
But he struggled to find consistency, Kevin. I mean, some nights he's great, others he disappears, and that's just sort of the mystery.
Chandler Parsons, really a nice fit in Dallas. He gives them a much-needed three-point shooter alongside Nowitzki, and he also has the athleticism and ball-handling ability to slash inside and create shots for others.
Both free throws good from Parsons. And Parsons with good size at small forward, Clark. He's a scrappy defender who the Mavs feel they can coach up to become a top-tier player in that regard.
Yeah, you know, already more than solid is Parsons. Can hold his own in isolation against great pick-and-roll players. He moves pretty well for a guy of his size. I love his game, everything about it.
4 on the clock. Bass with a screen for Brandon. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
And so it's Dallas with it. Now here's Ellis. 14 points from him the last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
6 seconds left in the second quarter. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so that's the end of the first half. Mavericks lead by 15. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Aminu. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Celtics trail by 15. On the court for the Celtics, the skilled front court of Jared Sullinger and Kelly Olynyk. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Green inside. Ellis on him. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
Chandler with the screen on Bradley. Ellis, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Ellis has got 9.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense. Well, the Mavs took some heat when they opted not to try to defend their 2011 championship with the same players, opting for cap room instead. And, they've swung and missed on some big names, but they've put together a really deep club with some very smart signings.
Takes it from 10, and it's Dallas with another. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Rondo against Nelson. Outside Rondo. Up top Sullinger. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Rondo. Can't get it to go. Good D by Nelson.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Celtics trail by 19. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Green dishes to Olynyk, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. Second in three-point field goal percentage, third in free throw percentage, and they were ranked third in taking care of the ball. This team does not commit turnovers at a high rate. Very impressive.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range, and I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play, and it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. Attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Nelson. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. There's the pass to Parsons. The rebound by the Celtics.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Green, no luck. Mavericks leading by 17. Nelson kicks to Ellis. Back to Nelson. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Free throw line jump shot. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 6 assists here tonight.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, a lot of people thought and assumed that when the Celtics traded Pierce and KG, they just took salary in return. But, you know, the guys they got proved to be valuable mentors for the youngsters on that team.
Here's a look at some stats for Monte Ellis. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 19 points per game last year, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And I think the playmaking really stands out to me that he's been doing it. So many times the plays he can generate seem to change the momentum of a game.
I agree wholeheartedly there. I mean, it's underestimated what his passing brings to this team.
Nelson against Rondo. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Sullinger's got 4 points in the quarter. And when you trade away stars, guys, and start a rebuilding process, it can't be understated enough that you need to have a few vets to help the process.
Yeah, I think you look at how some players played last year, and you know their games grew. Definitely helped to have a vet or two around just to kind of help the development process. Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Rondo passes to Green. Lets the three fly, and yes, sir, that one drops. Green's got 14 points for the game.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Nelson against Rondo. Chandler with the screen on Rondo. Here's Nelson. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. Good! And a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 7th assist here tonight. Celtics trail by 16. To the middle. Here's Rondo. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And that one falls for Olynyk.
Well, the Celtics moved up 3 spots in last year's draft to select Kelly Olynyk at 13. He had a terrific summer league, only to be slowed down by a high ankle sprain and other injuries early in the season. But after the All-Star break, he really came on.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And so Olynyk nails both of them. And Coach Stevens pushing Olynyk to be aggressive offensively.
Well, that's his strength, scoring the basketball. You know, he was a point guard until he had a big-time growth spurt in high school, so he's highly skilled. And I think he and Jared Sullinger combined as a duo, the skill level they have and IQ, those 2 young big guys could be a problem for the rest of the league going forward.
Rondo kicks to Green. Passes to Bradley. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Rondo on top. Guarded by Nelson. Busted. No good that time either.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Ellis goes in, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint. They're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, we saw some coach turnover heading into the season, but nothing like a year ago when there were 13 changes of NBA coaches. I think that was a record, or if not, it was really close to one. Even winning coaches were getting let go. A lot of new NBA owners are coming in, and in some ways, it is a changing of the guard, quite honestly.
Left side, Parsons. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Parsons got 4 points this quarter.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Here's Olynyk, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Olynyk's got 8. Mavericks leading by 17. And you know, you look at the coaching carousel, the profession has perhaps never been more volatile. Steve, you're getting ready to enter that yourself. A real shakeup right now, and hopefully it settles down.
Well, that's one of the reasons I got the opportunity, Kevin. So many changes, and so we'll see what happens. Hopefully that volatility won't be going on in the Bay Area.
Sullinger dishes to Green. Here's Olynyk, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Dallas. Felton comes in for Nelson. And a new group in for the Celtics. Brandon Bass is checked in for Sullinger. Turner comes in for Green. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley. And Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga was a point guard for the majority of his high school career before a growth spurt shot him up to 7 feet tall. You can see the result of playing point guard for so long. He's a big man with shooting and ball handling skills of a much smaller player.
Taken away by Felton. To the inside, Turner with the steal. Pass to Smart. And there's the feed to Olynyk. The short one's on the money. Olynyk's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And Olynyk, growing up in a basketball family, his father a coach at the collegiate level, also coached his own kids. His mother a longtime referee. So Kelly's instincts and understanding of the game certainly have benefited from that wealth of knowledge growing up.
Aminu, the pass to Parsons. 6 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. Parsons got 6 in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Olynyk in his final season at Gonzaga, leading Division I basketball Clark and player efficiency rating.
Well, we know the analytics guys are going to love this, but he shot 63% from the field, Kevin, even shooting a number of shots from the perimeter. And the survey of NBA GMs ranked him the top steal of the draft, and I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, he's a big guy that's mobile, skilled, with tremendous upside.
Harris kicks to Aminu. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots from 12, and it's Dallas with another.
That jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Yeah, they've been pulling up and watching them go down.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Rejected by Harris. And here's Aminu. 12 points for him. Harris kicks to Felton. Wright sets a screen for Felton. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Buries it from 3-point range. Harris has got 7 points.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Smart kicks to Turner. Can they get it? That's good. He has 7.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
Harris dishes to Wright. Evan Turner pulls it in. Celtics trail by 16. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Olynyk the pass to Smart. And Turner kicks to Thornton. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow 3, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
Harris dishes to Wright. Harris outside. Good on the baseline, Jay. Harris has got 9.
That's a nice hoop for a guy that typically doesn't score a lot.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Mavericks on top, up by 15. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
This Saturday, November 8th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors hit the road for a duel with the Houston Rockets. Live from Houston, be there.
Here's Harris. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. Chandler out there with Brandon Wright, and it's Harris in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And Wright kicks to Parsons. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rondo with the ball, now guarded by Parsons. Bass with a screen for Rondo. The dish to Turner. From 11 feet away, good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 3 assists in the game. Ellis the pass to Wright. Harris against Rondo. Wright with a screen on Rondo. And it's Harris off the drive. Parsons for 3. Good work defensively by Turner.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Parsons got the ball. Kicks to Harris. Pass to Ellis. And stolen by Thornton. Wallace down low, guarded by Wright, and that is good. Dallas leading by 11. Ellis dishes to Chandler. Ellis outside. Parsons on the wing. 6 to shoot. Ellis against Thornton. Ellis can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 11. To the inside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And there's the foul, and it's on Brandon Bass. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Wright, and Nelson is subbed in for Devin Harris. The Celtics also changing it up. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Bass. Green comes in for Turner, and it's Avery Bradley in for Marcus Thornton. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. And he gets it to go. Nowitzki's got 21 in the game.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Wallace with a screen for Rondo. Green passes to Rondo. Back to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sullinger, no good. Dallas leading by 13. Parsons attacking. Ellis on top. Parsons against Green. It's stolen by Green. Wallace against Nelson. And the wide open shot from Green. Buries the long-range jumper.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open. Nelson outside to the wing right side.
Dishes it to Ellis. Parsons against Green. Now here's Parsons. He's guarded closely, and that one's good. Parsons got 19 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Rondo against Nelson. Rondo dishes to Sullinger. Left side Rondo. It's rebounded by Dallas. Chandler's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Feeds to Nelson. Out to the wing. Inside. Here's Parsons. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit. Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Chandler kicks to Nowitzki. And Boston with the rebound. Sullinger's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Sullinger, a screen on Nelson. The drive by Green and taken away by Ellis. Here's the teardrop, and it's Nelson. That time on the assist by Ellis.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Nelson against Rondo. And again, it's Boston converting.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Rondo against Nelson. Chandler with a screen for Nelson. Nelson, right side. Parsons attacking, trying to get open as Nowitzki. And Parsons gets it to go. Parsons got 4 this quarter. Celtics trail by 12. Outside Rondo. Nelson with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. It's stolen by Green. Right side Green. Fades and shoots. And again, it's Boston converting.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway jumper, but he gets it to go.
And the Mavericks call time here. Boston making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Ellis, the pass to Chandler. From the arc. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Sullinger's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bradley dishes to Green. Back to Bradley. The 3-ball. That drops. Bradley's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Chandler with a screen for Nelson. Nowitzki a screen. Nelson kicks to Parsons. Out to the wing. Here's Nowitzki. And he gets it to go from the corner. Nowitzki's got 13 points in the second half.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Rondo passes to Sullinger. Sullinger a screen on Nelson. Rondo drives in. Here's Sullinger. The shot is off, and it's Dallas the other way. Left side Parsons. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Parsons giving them lots of trouble. He's got 21 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And here's Rondo. He kicks to Green. He feeds it to Bradley. Rondo dishes to Olynyk. 14 feet away. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 15 points for Kelly Olynyk.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Nelson kicks to Ellis. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Dallas moving the ball around. Nelson, the pass to Nowitzki. Rondo with the steal. The pass to Olynyk. From the arc. And he gets the bucket. And now it's only a 5-point Dallas lead.
Well, you look at the scoreboard and you realize how much he's already contributed. You really have to wonder how bad it might be if he weren't doing the job he's done so far.
Nelson dishes to Nowitzki. Back to Nelson. This one for three, and that one's good. Nelson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Ooh, that three is massive. Cancels out the triple at the other end, and what appeared to really tighten this game up.
And now you can start to feel the crowd sensing this game might be theirs.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rondo against Nelson. Bradley kicks to Rondo. And here's Green outside. They get it back. Sullinger laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Here's Nelson. He dishes it to Ellis. Nowitzki with it. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul, third team foul.
Here's Ellis, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul, fourth team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Boston's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Rondo passes to Green. There's the feed to Bradley. Pass to Green. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range, Green missing again.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Monte, this was a nice one. How does it feel to come out with this win tonight?
That was great. We were sloppy at times, I think. didn't really get into our sets like we should, and he stuck around. But other than that, we got the win. Found a way, to come out with one, and go to practice tomorrow and fix and correct everything that we messed up on today.
Way to hang tough, Monte. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.